What's good, guys? It's your boy Till here, and today we'll be going over the best builds in NBA 2K19 for you personally. Now, this video will be fully subjective, of course, meaning that'll be only my opinion, but if you do disagree, leave some feedback in the comment section for other people to actually look at and learn. That way we can start a little community here in the house. That way we can help each other out. But besides that, my people, the goal of this video is to teach you how to pick your build and maximize your build based on your play style. Let's get into it and talk about it a little bit more. Now, to start this off, I got a couple of notes in front of me just to keep on task of what I'm talking about in this video. That way I can help you guys out as much as I can. Now, of course, the first three things you want to think about when creating your build is playstyle, position, and role. Now, to go into playstyle, this is the example of how you like to play within a team aspect or even on your own. Now, with the exception of my career, because everybody is a superstar in my career, how do you play when it comes to playing any online basketball game with other people? Are you typically a defender? Are you typically a shooter that strictly is a shooter? Are you somebody who likes to drive and kick? Besides the point, I want to make sure you guys understand that pick your play style and understand how you want to play first. A lot of you have been curious about what my build is, which is the sharpshooting defender. And hey, I'm going to go ahead and show you some builds that honestly, the 2K league, the guys that are getting ready to go into the combine, these are the builds that they're going to be using when they're going to be competing as well. Now, right now, what you're seeing on your screen is the list of the archetypes that the guys in the combine are going to be using when they go into the 2K E-League combine. And as you see here, we have the sharpshooting defender at the point guard position, at the shooting guard position. And you notice each of these archetypes usually has a playmaking ability, either a sharpshooting ability or a defending ability. And of course, once you get into the big category, it changes from here and there. But basically, this is just an example list of what builds that you can use. But let's talk about these builds and then go about helping you guys determine what build that you want to use. Now, one thing I'm sure that you notice with those builds, which I'll pull that graphic back up here shortly, is that long gone are the days of the demigod 6'10" Kyle Korver, LeBron James, Ben Simmons, Giannis hybrid builds are gone. You can't do that build no more. It's not possible unless you're gonna just play my league and soup up the stats to 99 on your character. But when it comes to actually building your guy, especially around the position and play style, for example, somebody like myself, right? I enjoy playing defense and I love being able to change the tide of the game with a quick play and also running the floor and getting in position for a three or even going straight to the rim. I'm not somebody that enjoys dribbling that much and also trying to create for others, because typically in NBA 2K, there are a plethora of playmakers, there are a plethora of dribble gods and people who know how to handle the rock. So I decided to be that guy that can complement those guys by being able to relieve them on defensive end or also being an option for bigs and or guards to kick out for the three confidently, and we can make the plays necessary. I'll run a little clip for you right here. Check this out. So you see the primary skill is defending and the secondary skill is three-point shooting. And the badges you see we get one Hall of Fame badge, several gold badges, and also silver badges, which is a good look for us. But do you see the combinations of badges that I get with Lob City Finisher, Posterizer, Catch and Shoot, Free Throw Ace, Difficult Shots, Pick and Popper, badges that don't technically come with a defender or even a three-point shooter, but I'm getting it with this combination because defenders now get love in NBA 2K19, which is a good look for us. With this build, I decided to make them 6'7" simply because with the team I run with, my role is typically 3 and D. Because we run small, but the thing is we have 1 or 2 shooters on our team, and then we also have only 1 big. So being 6'7" at the sharpshooting defending position, yes, I do take a hit to my three-point shooting cap, but it's only by 1 or 2 attribute points, and then I also get a boost to my block, shot contest, and my strength. That way I can help on bigs, and also just by stick skill, I can keep up with most 1s and 2s. But that just comes down to sheer skill gap and ability to play the game. So when it comes to building this build up right now, Don't pay attention to caps as much as you think. So look at it like this. Anything 70 or above can do the task that it needs to do efficiently and proficiently at that. So what that means is if I have a 70 plus 3-point shot, I can knock it down at a high clip efficiently if I take smart shots with that said rating. Now 80 overall, when you get into 80 and 85 plus, that means that player is then elite at doing those things. Now, as we scroll down, obviously, pass vision still in the 70s, so he's proficient at passing the ball. 68 ball control, so he's not incompetent with it, but a smart player will know not to get ripped with it. But moving shot 372, contested shot 372. Then you got driving dunk at 75. And that honestly depends on the weight that you put on your guy, because if you add weight to it, the contact dunk gets up to a 70. So you still get posterizer on silver. Besides that though, what this build is going to be elite at is still block, shot contest, lateral quickness, and stamina. And you see speed 83, lateral quickness 88. These are the things I want you to pay attention to, because if you're at 88 overall, that means you're going to be elite when it comes to staying in front of people. So now that we've talked about play style when it comes to how you want to play in NBA 2K19 and how you will assist the team, especially with your position and what your role would be as far as how you're built up with your character. Now this is where we get back into the positions and what the archetypes actually are. Now going back to this list, you see the size and the weight with each of these positions and these archetypes, and these are basically giving you a straight up hint that this is the ability to maximize this said build. Now, of course, you don't have to follow this to a T, but this is the best way. If you go even 1 or 2 inches wavering in either direction, you'll be able to maximize your build to its fullest potential. I just wanted to show you guys this list, that way you guys can understand what type of playstyle would match any of these builds. Now, I'm not saying all of these builds are perfect or these are the builds that's going to play the best, but obviously if the 2K League is using these builds, they're obviously locking on to something, because these are going to be the builds that we see when the league launches this summer again. And honestly, when I made my sharpshooting defender, I felt like it was going to be fit for my role, how I want to play, strictly 3 and D. And the good thing about it is that I can run the floor with 83 speed and also that 88 lateral quickness. I can stay in front of almost anything. So to sum up this video, my people, I want to make sure you guys have 3 things in mind when you're creating your build, and that's play style, position, and role. I'm not here trying to tell you how to make a cheesy build or a build that you can exploit 2K with. I'm trying to help you make a pure basketball build where you can play a role within any team that you join and also have success without feeling like you're hindered because you're not playing with a certain group of people or you're not playing with the right guys. But anyways, guys, hey, if this video helped you, make sure to leave some comments down in the comment section letting me know how things helped you. Also, guys, if you disagree with any topics that I talked about in this video, hey, leave some feedback, some constructive feedback for people. That way they can read it and honestly get more advice, because a lot of the issue with 2K is that people don't know what build to make when it comes to trying to make a build. So everybody just ends up trying to be a sharpshooter, and then they get pissed about the build not being able to dunk on people. But besides that, my people, hey, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new for more NBA 2K19, hit those notifications, and hey, we in the house.